that's something I guess we'll have to take a look at. I don't have really an answer for you off the top of my head, but I have to take a look at it and figure that out for sure.
That's a final here from Provo. Frogs today dropped their second straight Big 12 game to number 12 BYU by a score of 44-13. This is your Frogs Today post-game report on location from LaBelle Edwards Stadium, presented by Texit Coin. Let's send it into the post-game presser to hear from head coach Sonny Dykes and selected players.
They answered the call. They converted some fourth downs where we had really tight coverage. Took a really well executed play and a good throw, and I thought they just made plays. I thought their quarterback played exceptionally well, took care of the ball. They didn't turn the ball over, and so you got to give them a lot of credit. We had a hard time, getting off the field defensively. We've been playing really good defense, and we struggled tonight. Had a hard time getting them stopped. Like I said, anytime we got them into a third down or a fourth down, they executed at a really high level and made a hell of a play. And we just had a hard time getting them stopped and getting off the field. And then offensively, we moved the ball at times against a football team like BYU that's playing at this caliber. You've got to score touchdowns, so we had to kick 2 field goals, and that created some separation, early in the game. And then we were trying to play catch up and played right into their hands.
I mean, we obviously expected to perform better. Give them credit. They executed really well. They played physical. They did a good job of IDing, but yeah, that wasn't our best effort. And I guess surprised. I don't like using that word. We prepared. We just weren't. It wasn't our best day.
I've never been here. I mean, great atmosphere. Got to give props to BYU and their fans and their team and just the culture, I guess, here. I mean, it's cool. So props to them. They're a great team on defense. They had a great plan. They tried to take away the things we did best. They did that and put us in a hole, and it's hard to overcome. So made some plays early, but just didn't make enough plays to give us a chance to win, and that's frustrating. And, I felt like our preparation, I felt like I had a great week of preparation, felt like I knew what they were going to do, but they had a good plan. They mixed it up on us, and they played really solid. I mean, they're a good front, good linebackers. Their DBs played well. We didn't. So just like Dev said, when you match those two, it's a bad result.
We just had didn't have a good night. And like I said, I thought BYU played exceptionally well. It was a motivated team, thought they executed well, thought their quarterback really played well, made a bunch of plays. We had some issues in the first half. The guys were slipping all over the place. That was something that we tried to remedy at halftime, came in and changed our shoes a little bit and felt like the footing was a little better in the second half. But, clearly, like I said, BYU, I thought they played, played really clean football, and that's a good football team.
They did some similar things at Arizona State, attacking the boundary and just testing our fits at some of the games that we run regularly. We just got to strike better leverage. But like I said, I'll give them credit. They ID'd well. They played, and then we just didn't play at a high level. So they're a good team, and when you don't play well against good teams, bad stuff happens.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's opportunities to do that. They played so much coverage and they played some man and stuff, so it gave me opportunities, to do that. I had to move around the pocket, and so sometimes I just kind of opportunities arise, and so honestly, I was just trying to do anything I could do to win, and give our team a chance. Felt like I, threw my body around and, did that for the most part, but we just weren't good enough. Didn't make the plays, didn't execute, and it's frustrating. But like I said earlier, you can't just sit around and feel sorry for yourself.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's a good crowd. I mean, I know it's a tough place to play. It was loud. You could tell, BYU, was motivated, I think, from last week, probably disappointed in the way that they played last week and really played at a high level today.
Anytime you lose, it's hard, right? I mean, we put so much into this. We're all competitors, and I'd like to think that everyone cares, as much as I do and as much as Devin does, And so when you don't win games, it's tough. But as leaders, as people I try to be a positive guy, even after stuff like this. We've got to show up on Monday, show up tomorrow night, and figure out what we got to do better, because we got 2 games left, and that's 2 opportunities, and they're both 2 big games. We got Houston next week on the road. They're a great football team, and we're going to have to bring our best football to have a chance to win. So that's the focus going forward. As a man, you got to lick your wounds and stop feeling sorry for yourself and go back to work. So it's just part of it.
Our guys were excited to play, I can promise you, and we just didn't get off to a great start. BYU took the ball down and scored quickly on us and got us on our heels pretty quickly. We had a hard time recovering.
After a slow start and falling behind 17-0 to the Cougars, the Frogs found some momentum with a field goal from Nate McCashland, a couple strikes between Josh Hoover and Eric McAllister, one for 47 yards, some solid carries from Jeremy Payne before true freshman John Denman took a direct snap, 13 yards to the end zone, trimming the Cougar lead to 24-10. The second half was all Cougars in front of the largest crowd of the season so far of 64,447. 2 more trips to the end zone and a field goal on top of that to spoil the Frogs' road trip. Final score 44-13 as BYU moves to 9-1 and TCU falls to 6-4. The Frogs continue their road swing and head south to Houston on Saturday to take on the other Cougars, who are coming off an open week and sit at 8-2 overall and currently tied for number 3 with Utah, Arizona State, and Cincinnati in the Big 12 at 5-2. Houston is fighting for their opportunity for a shot at the Big 12 championship game, so it doesn't get any easier for our home Frogs. Frogs Day will be in Houston for that and bring you all that coverage. Thanks for watching today. This has been your Frogs Day Football Postgame repost presented by our friends at Texit Coin. Go Frogs!